and that point on the end never goes dull, and that's when you slip and you hurt yourself. See, all my customers get table knives. All my customers. Which ones? Every single person I've ever met loves the table knives. Now, you can't say they bought the table knives because you haven't. But they love the table knives. Everybody does love them. Everybody loves these table knives, Jones, because even if you don't cook that much, you always eat, and it's much safer for your kids. Okay, so that's safety reasons. So there's another. You got to give them reasons to buy. No.
No.
Who's that?
Jen from my synagogue.
Who?
Jen.
Tell Jen. Never mind. Tell her we know. Okay. So. Okay. Now, see this? This is a training manual. Here, you do table knives. Okay, it's got a rounded tip, blah, blah, blah. You do a live demonstration, then you transition. Ms. Jones, over a lifetime, that's a very important question. Over a lifetime, can you see how you would use every single tool? Yes. Okay. Or if they say no, you go, Ms. Jones, which tools would you not think you're going to use? Because if they're sitting there going, I don't need like half these tools in their head, and you're just talking, yep, they're just sitting there going, I'm not buying this. Okay, you got to figure out what's going on with the customer. So have some dialogue with the customer. Ask more questions. Every single tool you have to get a yes. Okay. Yes, Ms. Jones, how does that feel in your hand? Feels great. Okay. So do you like that? Yes. All right. Here's a trimmer. Can you see yourself using a spatula spread? Do you do a lot of sandwiches, Ms. Jones? Is that something that you do? Oh yeah. Okay. So this is Pt2. This is like the in-between knife. It's for things that are too small for this. Like it's good for a large roast, cantaloupe, squash. You do any of that kind of cooking? Not really. Okay. Well, what do you cook? Oh, we cook like, well, what do you make like on a daily basis? Oh, a lot of chicken. Oh, this is perfect for chicken. Okay, this is good for, by the way, do you buy chicken whole or in parts? Oh, buy in parts. Oh, I'm going to say about the butcher knife in a minute, which is perfect because it will save you a lot of money. Okay, so let me get to that in a minute. So what else do you, do you just have chicken every day or what else do you cook? Oh, sometimes we have pot roast and this and that. Okay, great. This is good for pot roast. That's what you would use for that. Okay, you see how I'm making it so they're going to use it? Not just a random, some knives. Okay. So chicken, Mrs. Jones, okay? The butcher knife is great for chicken, Mrs. Jones. If you buy, do you buy your chicken in parts or do you buy it in whole? Oh, how do you think most people will say?
Whole.
Most people buy chickens whole? Yeah, when they go to the store, most people don't buy whole chickens, right? Okay? So you go, Mrs. Jones. Yeah, so by buying it in parts, what you do, you get wings, and what do you get? Wings and thighs and legs and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, Mrs. Jones, do you know that they charge you $2 more per pound just to cut it up for you? So it's like a regular, like if you get a pound of full like chicken, they charge you like $1.57. To get it in parts, they charge you like $3.50 a pound. Okay, so they almost charge you $2 per pound. How many times a week do you guys eat chicken? 3-4 times. Okay, so 3-4 times. Now that's it's $2 per pound. So if you have, how many people do you have sitting around your table? 6. Wow, you have 6 people on the table.
Yeah.
All right, so 6. So you're talking about $12 per meal. Okay, if you all eat 1 pound of pre-cooked chicken, all right. So 12 pounds, and then you have it. Let's say you have it 3 times a week. That's $36. That's $36 a week you're saving just by cutting up your own chicken. And it's so easy when you have this knife, okay? Because all you do is just take the leg like this, and you just go, okay. You don't swing it, you don't chop it. You just stick the bone, stick it in there, and you just cut it off, okay? And then you cut the leg arm off, then you cut it in half, and you have. It takes literally. By the way, with our set, there's a little carving guide that shows you how to do it. And it's really easy. It takes an extra 35 seconds of preparation, but you're saving $36 a week on your food. By the way, Ms. Jones, if you eat chicken all year, there's 50 weeks in the year, so it's 0, 0, 3, 15. It's $1,800 that you'll save in 1 year just by cutting up your own chicken. Do you see why my customers love this knife? Yeah, that one knife in 1 year will pay for your entire set twice over. You see how I'm like, here's why you should buy. Okay, so I'm giving them reasons to buy, not just talking and spouting out words. All right, so now you're doing all the right things. You're doing this, but you have to make it more personalized to the customer. Okay, so the slicer, Ms. Jones, the slicer is great for breads, cheeses, cabbage, coleslaw. It's really good for boneless meats, Ms. Jones. The same thing with the chicken is the same thing with boneless meats. Do you guys make like whole cuts? Do you have like ham sandwiches or bologna sandwiches or anything like that? No. What do you ever eat a sandwich?
Yeah.
What do you have on your sandwiches?
We usually just buy from the store, all cut out.
But what do you buy?
Turkey mostly.
Turkey, okay. So, Mrs. Jones, so if they slice turkey for you, okay, again, costs more money. With this slicer, see, the reason why you probably do that is because you don't have really good knives, okay. And so when people have when people have this slicer, you can get a block of cheese, a block of turkey, just like they do in a deli. It stays longer when you have the whole thing like that, as opposed to you buy them individually sliced up. And Mr. Jones, you just take the slicer and it goes right through. It's awesome. So also for like heroes or bread. Do you have any bread? You have a slice of bread, Wonder Bread?
Yeah.
Let me show you real quick. All right, can you get a slice of bread, Mr. Jones? I'll pay you back for it. Okay? Okay? So I'll pay you back for it. All right? So they're like, all right. And you take a slice of bread. Now, if you don't have a slicer, because you don't have a slicer, you need to get one. Okay? Find a way to get some of these knives, do some advertising and whatnot. Then you take the trimmer, or take the Pt2 and go, Mr. Jones, this works the same way, except it's longer, so it's better for like longer things. But watch this. Take the bread and cut the crust off. Okay? Or just push straight down and cut the crust off. All right? And then you go, so Mr. Jones, so you see how that slices like that? So it's very nice, smooth slice. It's really awesome. All right, so that's what that works for. All right, so I'm not going to go through every tool, but then we go through. So then you're at your table knife, right? You got to do a much better job in table knife. Again, salad, breads, safety for the kids. The cherry tomatoes in the salad, Mr. Jones. You can go right down and get the cherry tomatoes. No more back and forth, no earthquake effect. You didn't even say that part. Okay, so that's all in this training manual right here. So the point is, start using your training manual again. All right. So Ms. Jones, can you see now? Can you see how you use all these tools over a lifetime? Yes. Okay, I can. Great. Well, we have some storage options. We have the wood blocks and trays, and you did a decent job with that. But then it says transition to complement your homemaker set. We have the kitchen tools. They're not all spoons. You just call them a bunch of spoons. All right. So these have the chef's curve, and remember how it sits on the side of the thing and all that kind of stuff. Do you do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Then why you didn't do it when you just talked to me? So, and plus you didn't do it until you were in the middle of the close. You didn't get to it till all the way over here. Okay, so this is this, and then you got to do the summary. So, Ms. Jones, Cutco is a great investment because you always have a sharp knife. You always have the right tool for the task at hand. It's made with all the greatest materials and engineering. And with the guarantee, you'll always have a nice set of knives. Okay, so and everything matches, Mrs. Jones. Okay. All right, then you do your close, okay? And I can tell you spent some time memorizing your close, which is good. It's still not great, but I can tell you spent some time on it, okay? Now, the next thing is I'm going to put a video up later on the objection cycle, okay? So I said, Mrs. You said, so would you like to go and get it? And I said, well, right now I can't afford it. And you just went, all right, well, we have smaller sets. There was no talking to me at all, okay? And so I'll be you. I'll be the rep. You be the customer. You do what your customers do, okay? So Namka, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. Would you like to get your homemaker and get your kitchen tools for free?
Well, it's so hard right now. I just got put in a new carpet in the house, so I'm still paying that off, and I don't have money right now. So I don't think I'll be buying something today.
Okay. So, all right. Okay, well, first off, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you watching the presentation today. It really does help me out, and that's great. So, but just so I understand what you're saying, so you're saying you like the products, you like everything, okay, and you want to get them. It's just right now money's really tight because you got a new carpeting. The carpeting looks nice, by the way. So just because you got a brand new carpeting and you can't spend a lot of money right now. That totally makes sense, okay. And most of my customers, like, this is the complete set. Most people don't get the complete set off the bat because it is a lot of money. I'm pretty sure you don't have $900 like in a box, waiting for me to stop by. And so completely understand that. But let me ask you this question: if you really do like the product, the great thing about our products is that most people don't get the whole thing. This is like the showroom car. A lot of my customers, I have things that go down to $30 in this book. But just so I can show you some options that might work for you, because I'm not going to be back around this way anytime real soon. Which tools do you feel that you probably don't need as much, and you probably could get away without?
Well, maybe the butcher knife and the crankshaft, and maybe the slicer.
Okay, so like the really big ones you feel you don't really need. Well, that's good because those are the most expensive ones.